each of these donuts have only 60 calories. They're packed with protein, they're packed with deliciousness. And if you love donuts, and you love Fruit Loops, and you love Cocoa Puffs, you are at the right place because that's what we're about to do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I put on my most colorful outfit and fancy buns because today we're gonna make some cereal delicious donuts. The first one is gonna be Fruit Loops, and we're also gonna be making Cocoa Puffs. I don't know about you, but I love cereal, and I thought we should make some cereal donuts. So I'm so excited to share these donuts with you. I've already spilled these Fruit Loops so many times, and I just did it again. I think we should just get into it. If you like this video as much as you like Fruit Loops, please hit this video with a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and let's get into it. We're gonna make 6 donuts today, and you can choose to either only make Fruit Loop donuts, or you can choose to just make Cocoa Puffs donuts. That's completely up to you. It's pretty much the same recipe, so therefore I'm gonna start in one bowl, and then eventually we're gonna split it up so that you can see what to do if you're making Fruit Loop donuts and what to do if you're making Cocoa Puffs donuts. So let's get into it. I think I've said let's get into it 2 times now, so let's get into it. For this recipe, we're gonna be using 1/3 of a cup of regular oats, and I'm going to blend it so that it turns into oat flour. So if you don't want to use oatmeal as your flour, you can use whatever flour that you like, but I like to do it this way because I love my oats. My oats feel good in my belly. I'm just gonna blend that up real quick. It's stuck. But when you work out, and you know, you can get it open even when it's stuck. You know how you can feel when your body just really likes certain foods? That's how I feel about oats. For this recipe, you can choose to either use 100% pumpkin, sugar-free, or sugar-free applesauce. And I think we're gonna go with the pumpkin today, but just know that if you can't find that, I know that some people in Europe can't find that, then you just go with the unsweetened applesauce. And we are going to use 1/4 of a cup. We're gonna add 5 tablespoons of egg whites. We're of course gonna add our protein powder, but we're gonna wait a little bit with that. I'm gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of stevia. Depending on how sweet you want it, you can kind of just figure out how much sweetener you wanna put in it. Then I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're gonna mix that around, and then we're gonna place that equally into 2 bowls so that we can make our Cocoa Puffs and our Fruit Loop donuts. Let's start with the Fruit Loop donuts, because for that one, I actually have a specific protein powder for that. But don't let that hold you back if you don't have this protein powder and you don't want to purchase it, because you can absolutely also use regular vanilla. We are still gonna actually use these Fruit Loops, so they will still taste like Fruit Loop donuts. And if you want to try it out as well, you can get 20% off by using my code PERNILLA. Maybe you decide to split up the recipe so that you can make both as well, but maybe you just decide that you want to only make 1 batch of 6 Fruit Loops or 6 Cocoa Puffs. So I'm going to give you both measurements depending on what you're trying to do. So in the whole recipe, if you're making 6, you would need a full scoop. But because I'm only making 3, half of the recipe, I'm going to simply use 1/2 scoop of my Fruit Loop / vanilla, if that's what you're using, or whatever you're using protein powder. Now I'm going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, because usually you would have to be using 1/4 of a teaspoon. And then I typically would use 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, but for these 3 donuts, I'm gonna use 1/4 of a teaspoon. Wow, this is quick math, huh? So now I'm just gonna mix that up, and that is the Fruit Loop like base of the donut, because we're gonna add some more, obviously, Fruit Loops and frosting on top of the donut. And now we're gonna go to the chocolate Cocoa Puff donuts. And for this one, of course, we're using my chocolate peanut butter blast from One Up Nutrition. You can use whatever chocolate protein powder that you like. You can get 20% off if you wanna try this one, which is the one I always bake with when it's anything chocolate related, because it's delicious. And typically you would use 1 scoop, but because we're only using this for half of the recipe, I'm using 1/2 a scoop. And now, typically I would use 1 full teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, but because we're just using 1/2, I'm just gonna use 1/2 a teaspoon. And that's it for the chocolate. So now we're gonna mix that around. Isn't that just the simplest thing? I think it is. We're gonna place them in the oven for 15-ish minutes. Just keep an eye on them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While that's in the oven, let's prepare our delicious cereal frosting. A little tip for you that I like to do, because right now I have a problem, and that is I have 2 full boxes of delicious cereal, and that's the issue. When we buy it, hard not to eat it. So what I recommend is always buying like the little, you know, the little boxes of cereal. But for some reason, these 2 were the only 2 little boxes of those they didn't have, so I had to buy the full boxes. And if there's something my sugar tooth likes at night, it's some cereal. On both these donuts for the frosting, we're making it really, really simple. You can easily make your own frosting either with fat-free Greek yogurt, mix in with stevia, cocoa powder, or vanilla jello, or whatever you want for the frosting. There's so many ways that you can make that. You can also use, I forgot what all of this was called, so I might as well just show you guys. You can either use like light sour cream, you can heat up some fat-free butter, or you can mix in with some fat-free cream cheese. This is what multitasking is like, right? Now we just gotta wait for the donuts to come out and chill. Yes, yes, yes. We're just gonna let them cool off for like 5 minutes. Guess what time it is? It's time to eat some donuts. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited. I think we need to start with the Fruit Loop. What a good looking Fruit Loop. It's a loop on a loop. Let's call it the Loop Loop donut. It literally tastes like one big Fruit Loop. Just one big Fruit Loop. So good. Did I tell you that I think it's good? Cocoa Puff time. I have chocolate everywhere, but I don't care. I can't say which one I want you to try, so you have to try both of them. I'm sorry, I wish I could be like, I like this one more, and usually I wouldn't choose the chocolate, but this chocolate is just as good as those Fruit Loops. I think that's like an individual person preference situation. I don't know. Oh, it's so good. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. As you can tell, I'm obsessed with these donuts. I hope you're gonna be obsessed with them too. If you didn't know, I actually do have training programs and a bunch of like wellness programs if you're wanting to learn to love yourself a little bit more. I'm all about self-development and creating the absolute best life for yourself and finding easy tools that we can do to make life a little bit easier, which is just like this one. So if you're interested in that, check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for everyone being here. I'm just so grateful for you. I see all of your comments and it makes me feel so good. And I'm just happy that we can all be here together, lift each other up, help each other grow, get better every day. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit me with a thumbs up if you like this video. Click the subscribe button if you're new, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.